how do we utilize that power for good?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of different opinions there, and that we really don't know. It's a topic I've been following since 2015.
Yes.
And I mean, I know some wonderful artists in that space, but those are fine artists, not artists for VFX.
Yes.
And I think you're going to see what we saw with other technologies, which is people rushing in and doing basically easy stuff that starts to look the same, but you can do it. So I think that's a problem. But if you think about the complexity of a large volume and integrating that scenery and all the digital content and all the sensor data and all the lighting, and you want control of all of that, AI is going to be a really good bridge between the very human creative team and the increasingly complex scenery. And that's a role where I think AI can be very, very good. And I do believe there are people who are working on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's true probably for all implementations of AI. I guess in any way, us as human beings are starting to utilize this technology. As you mentioned, there will be people who will rush in and use it for things that are kind of wasteful, and we're going to discover as a species how to hopefully compensate for that and do it in a way that's still healthy for all of us. But as you saw with all of the the strikes, all the things that happened over the last year, there are real people that are struggling and challenged by this technology in a way, and so it is important that we all consider the weight of it in the context of how it affects people's livelihoods, and also more specifically affects the story, the impact of the art that we do. I think that at the end of the day, the goal of this technology is to improve and make it easier for us to do things. And there maybe sometimes I struggle a little bit with the idea of more volume and too much of something, but I do also believe that there is kind of it lowers the threshold and the barrier for people to come in and experiment and play with it, which is really wonderful. The idea that we could give a paintbrush to somebody who might not necessarily be able to have access to it, but doing it through a different medium, they might be able to tell an interesting story and something that might have a great impact on people. So I think it does have a lot of value in terms of improving our ability to communicate.
Yeah.
No, I think that's true, and I think you see limitations in AI, like a lot of the systems now are not deterministic.
Yeah. Yes.
So you do a scene, you run that shot, and you want to run that shot again. Hopefully you recorded your background,
Exactly.
because if you do that again, it may not be the same.
Yeah. Yes.
And so there's a lot of little details that we need to work out.
Yeah.
But I think that the part that resonates with me is I do 3D design. I cannot draw. There is nothing that will make me a good artist with my hands. But 3D design tools mean that I can make a product rendering that looks exactly like the product rendering coming out of SolidWorks, coming out of the tooling software. So it opened up a door for me. Computers opened up that door for me. And for some people, that is what AI is going to do.
Yeah.